In fact, I can even say that among the disbelievers, the sophists, who are considered foolish because they deny the existence of the universe, are actually the most intelligent ones. Because since it is neither possible nor conceivable to accept the existence of the universe and yet not believe in God the Creator, they began by denying the universe itself. They even went so far as to deny their own existence. Claiming nothing exists, we do not exist either. They abandoned reason, yet hiding behind reason, they partly escaped the boundless irrationalities of other deniers and neared it. In other words, since it is impossible to accept the existence of the universe without accepting its creator, the sophists who say, we do not exist, the universe does not exist either, have actually come closer to reason than the deniers who accept the existence of the universe but do not accept its owner and creator.
Those claiming we cannot know are similar. By saying this, they effectively claim the universe and we do not exist. It's a resignation from reason.
In the addendum to the 15th word, a proof called elimination and division is mentioned. This is very important. When it comes to knowing whether God exists or not, the rational approach is first to accept God's existence, and only by refuting each proof of God's existence one by one and proving his non-existence can one be justified in this claim. But this is not possible. To accept that the Quran is the word of God and then to refute all the proofs that the Quran is the word of God is the only way you could prove that the Quran did not come from God. In other words, to say we cannot know and leave it undecided is to accept the opposing option. It is temporarily switching sides. In fact, it is not neutrality. Now, to our friends who continue with this idea, I want to ask the question from the addendum to the 15th word. For example, let's say they have a possession of their own. Let it be a car or anything else. Let's say there is someone who claims that this car does not belong to them. Other owners have appeared for this property. Let's say someone comes forward and says, no, that property doesn't belong to him, it belongs to me. Now, if we say to this friend, we are going to take this property from you. Now, it is doubtful whether this property belongs to you. We will take this property from you and leave it somewhere in the middle. Whoever proves ownership will get it. Would this friend accept that?
Of course he wouldn't.
Since this is a suspicious matter, we will remain neutral. If we say we can no longer leave this property in your possession and take it from him, leaving it somewhere in the middle, what should be done is this: the car should remain in your possession, in other words, in this friend's possession, and only after all the evidence proving it belongs to you is systematically refuted, and then evidence proving it belongs to him is presented, should it be taken into consideration. Anyone can try to claim what is in your possession. If we were to have doubts about this and take that property from you, leaving it somewhere in the middle, would you accept that? That's what needs to be asked to these friends.
Of course, they wouldn't accept it. There was a sentence like this in the Sender Kulliyat, and that part is very important too. Any doubt or denial that does not arise from evidence holds no significance at all. If there is no proof for something, it is not even taken into consideration.